Welcome back, everyone, to OpenLine. Talking about Metro Schools First Choice Festival coming up this Sunday. Talking about what that means, the notion of choosing a school outside of your zone school. 1 out of 4 students do that now. We have with us Joe Bass, Communications Manager, and Chris Weber, Director of Student Assignment. And you're talking about the whole process, the choice process. There's some changes this year. What's kind of changed?
Well, one of the changes we've hit on slightly is just more of the walkthrough Tuesdays. So these are days where schools are open. So they're open from the hours of 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. where parents can drop in anytime and actually see that. So we're extending that into October. But in addition to that, families in the past that have been at a magnet school have been used to receiving a continuation letter in February. And so what we've heard from families is that that same point in time they get a lot of communication, whether it be acceptance letters and wait list letters and these continuation letters. So we're actually stopping that process and eliminating the continuation letter. So that will be combined with the letter that we send out in May, and so families will receive one less letter going home at that point in time.
All right.
There'll also be some school changes to the application as well.
Some new schools. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go to Linda. Hello, Linda.
Hello.
Hi.
Chris and Joe, this is Linda. I've been in several meetings with you on
hey, Linda.
issues. I was just wondering, is Metro currently actively looking for any centers for pre-K, especially in the Glencliff area? Be specific.
Okay, very good.
Hey, great to hear from you, Linda. Yes, we do have a new pre-K center opening, I believe, next year probably.
The Hickory Hollow,
yes.
The Hickory Hollow Library.
So it's not quite in the Glencliff area, but the old southeast branch of the library near Hickory Hollow Mall is being converted into a pre-K center. I don't know specifically about the Glencliff area, but we, as the need arises, and we're expanding pre-K so that it can be available for every 4-year-old who wants or needs it by 2018. So we'll certainly be carefully choosing those locations. Luckily, Casa Azfran is very close to the Glencliff area. I know that's available. Paragon Mills offers some pre-K. Glencliff, I'm not sure if it offers pre-K or not. But as we look for future expansion, that's something we can keep in mind for sure as the demand comes up.
Is that part of what you do as well with student assignment?
Well, we do help. We've changed the pre-K application process when we opened the model pre-K centers. This is now the 2nd year that those have been in operation, and so we're looking to grow pre-K so where everybody that would like to enroll in pre-K will have that opportunity. That's
quite a statement, and I know that it was very important to Jesse Register.
Yeah.
And so every student, that is the plan. Every student by 2018 that wants it, every 4-year-old.
Yep. Every 4-year-old who wants or needs it by 2018 was the stated goal. And our wait list every year generally runs about 1,000 kids waiting for pre-K. And so we've been adding a lot of space for pre-K. We've opened up now 3, soon to be 4 early learning centers, which are devoted only to pre-K. It's basically an elementary school just for pre-K, and then adding classrooms and other spaces. But we won that. It's a potential for a $33 million grant from the federal government, which is a huge amount, by the way. And half of that, or about half of that, is earmarked for expansion, and then a lot of it is also for program development. So making our pre-K program stronger so that it has a longer lasting impact for students going into kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. And then also making sure that Nashville as a whole has unified pre-K so that it's not just, Metro schools offering a pre-K program, but if you go to a private daycare provider or Head Start, it's something different. Making sure we're all on the same page and that every kid who's in a preschool program, whether it's private or public or Head Start or whatever, is getting the same preparation for kindergarten so that they all arrive at elementary school prepared.
That $33 million, are you using it to buy new buildings? Is that part of what it is, or is this to kind of add on to buildings or include them in buildings that are already there, I guess?
Well, it's actually, the building cost is separate. That's capital funding. So, for instance, the Early Learning Center in Southeast is coming out of the capital budget, which is separate. But the $33 million, would be used for expansion. Every seat that you add, I use the word seat. Every seat you add, every student you add, adds a cost, and so you have to pay for that. Then there's also programming needs. There's curriculum, there's textbooks, there's furniture, but then there's also just the program development and making sure we have the support staff in central office who can properly support the pre-K program and help develop the pre-K program and make it better.
And we're going to talk about new schools added to this the first choice application.
Yes. So there's 3 new schools that will be added to the choice application this year. That's Dotson Elementary School, J.T. Moore Middle School, which is in the Hillsborough cluster, and then Madison Middle School. So those 3 schools now have a capacity to accept out-of-zone students. There's one elementary school, Hickman, that is now filled up. Their in-zone population has grown to the point where we can no longer accept out-of-zone applications, so Hickman will be removed from the application this next year.
Oh, okay. All right, interesting. And some dates. We have, I think, 3 minutes. So there's some dates that are important. Report cards, I'm interested in that. October 19th.
That's right. Report cards go home on October 19th. So parents, check your kid's bag because the report card will be in there on October 19th.
So here, look at all these dates here. September 19th, Hands on Nashville Day. Hands on
Nashville Day is such a great day for Metro Schools. I know News Channel 5 is heavily involved in that as well. It's the city's largest day for volunteering in schools. Hands on Nashville brings up, 1,500 volunteers to go into our schools. They do gardening projects, they do painting projects, they help organize classrooms. I saw some out last year with an auger digging big holes for bushes. It's really just kind of an all hands on deck situation. There are 3 schools I want to mention in particular. Ruby Major Elementary, Madison Middle, and Neely's Bend Middle still need volunteers badly. I think Ruby Major, as of this morning, needed about 60 more volunteers. So if you go to the address there, hon.org/HON Day, you can register and choose one of those schools because they really need some volunteers to be able to complete the projects they have planned. We bought supplies for them. They have everything prepared for it. We just need the manpower at this point.
The manpower at those specific schools. Now we'll go back to this list. What else? We'll obviously talk about First Choice Festival. That's this Sunday.
Sunday, 1 o'clock, Music City Center.
Fall break.
Fall break. I can't believe it's already here. Fall break. I mean, we just started the school year and already fall break is here. That's a week off for kids, and actually 1 extra day off for kids because of a teacher planning day that next Monday, because it's the end of the quarter. It's already the end of the first quarter almost. It's kind of hard to believe. Then of course report cards. And November 2nd is the big day. That's when the optional schools application is available. It's available online at MNPS.org. It'll also come home in every single backpack for every single student in the entire district.
And parent-teacher conference day. That just speaks to the need to get parents involved, right?
Yes.
And in our final minute, why don't you make a final pitch for that?
Parent-teacher conference day?
Or just parents involved?
Gladly. There's actually 2 things you can talk about. You can talk about parent involvement, which is parents showing up at the school, coming to meetings. But more important than that is what parent-teacher conference day really speaks to, which is parent engagement. And that's schools being able to actively engage parents in their child's learning. I really encourage parents to come to parent-teacher conference day. Make an appointment with your child's teacher, and if you can't do it on that specific day, it doesn't have to be on parent-teacher conference day. You can make an appointment for a meeting almost any time you want. Talk to the teacher about when is good for him or her, and just really get involved, ask questions, find out what your child is learning, what you can expect over the next quarter from their homework or what they're learning, and really just get an idea of how they're performing at school and what you can do to help at home.
All right, very good. Thank you both very much. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap everything up. Be back right after this.